That oil show. It's that time, y'all. That oil show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to That Oil Show. We're so glad to have everybody back, and on season 3 here to have Laura back in town. Yay! We're so glad to have you back. It's the OG crew for That Oil Show. But today we're going to be talking about getting started with our Young Living essential oils, and in the midst of this, we're all going to be thinking about our first experiences with our oils, but we're just going to basically be covering, how to use our Young Living oils. Many of y'all watching, you may have just opened your first Young Living box and pulled out an oil, and you're like, well, what do I do with this? And so we're going to help you with that because we've all been there. Even if you've used other kinds of essential oils out there, let's start with a clean slate. Our Young Living oils are different. They're amazing, they're unique, they're powerful, and we get to use them in so many different ways. And so the first thing that we're going to talk about today is the aromatic usage of our Young Living essential oils. And you see several diffusers going here. Young Living is amazing. They have so many different kinds of diffusers, and they're always coming out with new fun diffusers, and it's always exciting to add to your collection because, hey, every room in the house needs a diffuser.
Absolutely.
Right? I think we all agree. How many diffusers do y'all have? Do you
I have like 12.
I have 11.
Yeah.
You have 11, 12?
I think I fill 8 every day. So.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I have one in every room in the house, including the garage.
Oh, see, I remember when I got started in Young Living back in 2006, they had a very basic diffuser, was not anything like these, and I couldn't afford a diffuser at first, and there was no kit with a diffuser, and so I just stuck my essential oils, like I took my Peace and Calming and put it on a cotton ball, and I would stick it up into the air vents in the ceiling. Yes.
Did that.
Remember
I did that
that?
before I could afford to buy a diffuser for every room.
Yep.
There you go. And so, but then, thankfully, Young Living has so many ways and ways to get started with Young Living, and we can get diffusers a lot easier. And so I just wanted to demonstrate for you really quick, like how easy it is to fill a diffuser. Maybe you've got your diffuser sitting right there and you're like, what do I do with this thing? And so they're super easy. Most of them, they're pretty similar. So you can just take the lid off and fill to some water to the line. I can't quite see the line, but I'm gonna pretend that that's about it. And then you pick a favorite oil. So I'm gonna be diffusing Stress Away. Stress Away, this is one of Young Living's top, most popular essential oil blends. And while I'm filling this in, do any of y'all love Stress Away? How do you use it?
It smells like the beach.
Oh,
It
yeah.
smells to me like key lime pie. Kind of always makes me a little hungry, but
It smells
I
so
love it.
amazing.
I love it.
It's yummy.
So I think I put about 8 drops, but you can put about 6 to 8 drops. It depends on your diffuser. This Aria diffuser here, I usually put a little bit more in that one. So, follow the instructions that it says on the box, and then you just push the button.
on the front.
It's on the front. There we go. And out comes the mist. And so with our essential oils, so the definition of an essential oil is it's the volatile liquid of a plant. And what does that even mean? It's the molecules are super duper tiny and they can evaporate easily and absorb easily. That's just what that means. And so whether you're breathing in directly, everybody grab an oil. We're gonna pass around oil. Some of our favorites, frankincense, valor, and we're gonna do, let's see. Oh, look, here's citrus fresh. Okay. Oh, there's some raven. So everybody's got a different oil. And so we're all going to do direct inhalation.
Okay.
So here's how you do it. Oh, we'll see. All of us do it a little different. Wait, okay. Laura, tell us, where did you learn this tip?
I learned this from Deborah Starkey. And so we would imprint
And she
the oil.
learned it from Gary Young.
Gary Young. And so imprinting the oil directly, and you close the nostril, deep inhalation, close the other nostril, and then open and complete breathe.
So what is this doing?
It's helping to imprinting the smell. The molecules are going right into your olfactory, and so it's just helping you to imprint it into your memory. And our sense of smell is very strongly associated with memory. So
That's right.
it's beautiful.
That's right. Whenever we breathe in the essential oils, we're not just smelling the molecules, breathing in the molecules that give the fragrance of the oil. We're breathing in so many different therapeutic properties, and it's going up through the olfactory nerve into the limbic system of the brain that controls your memories and your emotions and your hormones. And so you can actually have a memory, or whenever you breathe in oil, is pretty amazing. So that direct inhalation is breathing it out of the bottle. Another way of direct inhalation is to put a drop in your hand. Whoop. I have two, and this is Peace and Calming. I don't know why I grabbed Peace and Calming, y'all, because it does make me a little sleepy. But anyway, so then you just rub your hands together, and then you cup your hands over your mouth and nose and breathe in. Breathe in through your nose, and then breathe out. And then that's direct inhalation. So whenever you're reading, looking through a resource that's specific to Young Living essential oils, you're going to see that direct inhalation. That's out of the bottle. That's breathing out of the bottle, breathing out through from your hands. And then you also have using a diffuser. And so, does anybody have, what is the first oil that you smelled? First Young Living essential oil?
RC.
RC. Okay. What else? Who else? Do you remember?
Peppermint.
Peppermint was your first?
Thieves.
Thieves?
Thieves is my first.
Thieves.
I have no idea.
You probably just smelled them all. Frankincense was mine, because I got a collection of oils in my kit, and I just wanted to smell what Jesus smelled. And so I smelled frankincense first. But the reason why you diffuse, of course, is to help to just keep your air fresh and clean, and it's way better than using candles and plugins and all the other stuff. And so all the toxic chemicals, exactly. We're replacing those toxic chemicals so that we can breathe in good, good things that God made, the plants that God made. Another thing too is once I finally got a diffuser, I would move it around to the different parts of the house, and I quickly realized I needed another diffuser.
Yes.
Because then some of the kids needed a diffuser. People needed to sleep a little better, so we love to have diffusers in the bedrooms. And so over time, I added it to my Christmas wish list, my birthday wish list, and I just added to my collection. And so now everybody has their diffusers, but they're also important for helping you to focus when you study. The kids will have peppermint or lemon when we're studying. So there's so many wonderful benefits to breathing in our oils.
When I come home from a trip, my family, right before they know I'm coming home, they go through the whole entire house and turn on all the diffusers. That's my welcome home. So I just got home from a long trip to California and back, and I got home and all the diffusers. I just walked in the door. It's like, I'm home. The oils just welcome me home. So
And that's
awesome.
what people feel when they come into our homes.
For sure.
Has anybody had?
I've had that several times because people come to me for massage, and so one part of my house is for my massage therapy. And every single time people are like, your house smells so good. What is it? And I'm like, oils. So I have one right when people come in, and then of course in the massage room, but people get it right at the beginning. And what I like to do, I don't know about you guys, but I like to do kind of like a wake me up oil at the very, when people walk in, and then of course kind of like a sleepy, calm type oil in my room. So I do that even with the kids. So in their room, they usually, during the day, they'll diffuse something that's more bright, even peppermint, to keep them focused when they're doing their schooling. And then at night, of course, diffuse very calm, peace and calming, even lavender. So, yeah.
Well, and I can tell you, in the beginning, I was diffusing thieves all the time. I mean, who doesn't diffuse thieves
Right.
ever? But it was always happening at my house. And the funny thing is that we got used to the smell. We didn't recognize, and it was always going at some form or fashion. And there were some friends that we went to Bible study with, and when they got their first box of oils, And her little girl opened the thieves. She goes, "It smells like Miss Laura." And so I was just, because I was diffusing in my home, the experience was, I was a human diffuser at that point, because I was taking thieves with me. And so she then associated me with that smell because, I wasn't putting thieves on topically. I was just diffusing it.
Science!
Hey Talia, why did King Tut's tomb smell so good?
Why?
Because the frankincense made it a century-old masterpiece. I'm Wendy,
And I'm Talia.
and this is
the
the
Science Highlight.
Now, corny jokes aside, an ointment of frankincense, spikenard, and coconut oil really was found in Tutankhamun's tomb, which means essential oils have been used for at least 3,300 years in history.
Hardly makes them a fad now, right?
If you're digging in to learn about these ancient wonders, let us help you clarify a few important things to know. What really is an essential oil?
Well, essential oils are the aromatic, volatile liquids distilled from shrubs, flowers, trees, roots, and bushes. Volatile liquids usually fall under 300 AMUs, or atomic mass units.
This means the molecules are teeny tiny, so much so that they're lighter than air, and so small they magically cross the blood-brain barrier when inhaled.
Not much will cross the blood-brain barrier, but essential oils do. When we inhale essential oils, they are delivered via the lungs to our bloodstream. That's the science of aromatherapy.
So why would we want them to be in our bloodstream? Well, essential oils are full of life-giving constituents. These constituents are delicate, aromatic compounds that have influence on our body, mind, and spirit.
Essential oils can contain hundreds of different chemical compounds, each with a particular affinity to a specific body system. Many affect multiple systems.
Since different oils support different body systems, if your body is struggling in any area, identify the body system that's affected and then find the essential oil that supports that body system. This gives your body tools to strengthen and balance itself out.
Essential oils really do sound essential for supporting and maintaining our bodies and our health.
So, whether you're a modern pharaoh or just an enthusiast seeking to support the health of your family, take a page from King Tut's scented playbook and let the fragrant, ancient treasures guide your path.
Hi everybody, I'm Beverly Carter and I am a farm junkie, and I am here at the Highland Flats Farm in Naples, Idaho with the farm manager, Michael Carter, no relation that we know of, right? We are here because I wanted to ask Michael, explain to us the farm experience, because I want everybody to come and have a great time like I've had.
Sure, Beverly. Well, for all y'all watching, the farm experience is basically an opportunity that we give to everyone to come experience our farm. And when you come to our farm, you're going to connect with all of the people behind the essential oil, and you're going to meet all of them, and they're going to be like family. And then you're going to understand the standards and the processes that set Young Living apart from other essential oils and what makes our oils so unique. You're also going to connect with the plants and the place behind our essential oils. And I guarantee that when you leave, you will forever change the way that you experience and appreciate Young Living oils.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's the way I felt, because we got to go out and cut down the branches of the grand fir. We brought them, we chipped them out there, and we brought them back in here. We put them in the distillery, and then we distilled it. And we got to take home a little bottle of the oil that I will treasure forever. It was amazing. So I want you all to come, because this is amazing. Michael's been amazing. He's right. Everybody that works here has been so much fun. And I want to know, are you a farm junkie? Have you been to farms? Do you have pictures or videos? Because if you do, we want to see them. So email them to info@thatoilshow.com. Thank you, Michael. This has been fun.
Thanks, Beverly.
Bye.
One of our oils that we love to neutralize odors with is purification. And so I've had people say, hey, when I smelled purification, it smelled like your house.
Aww.
And so, but yeah, that's a really great one that we can use to, like if you make some fish, cook some fish or something, or there's just Some stinky teenagers. Like my boys, when they come in from their workouts, even this morning, it was like, let's get the diffuser started. We have to. But purification is amazing because it just neutralizes those odors. But anyway.
I love to do all the citrus ones in my home just all the time because I feel like it's bright and cheery and uplifting. And I've had people comment just like, oh, it's just so happy, you know, like a happy feeling.
It's a very welcoming aroma, but it's also very neutral. Like, I don't know anybody who doesn't love lemon or grapefruit or lime, orange. It's very clean, but it's also not, it's familiar. It's familiar to, you know, because we eat those fruits all the time. And so it makes people feel, it's very comforting. Those and they're inexpensive, so it's easy to diffuse them. You don't feel like you're having to count your drops all the time.
Oh, that's very true.
I tend to add lemon to everything because it is more economical than oil because it's not as expensive. And so if I'm putting an expensive blend in, I'll like add in lemon to it. So that way it's extra oil, but without extra cost.
There you go. There you go.
And I can tell you, when you've been diffusing for so long, I don't know about you guys, but when you go other places, when we moved and we're looking for a home a few years ago, I wished everyone would diffuse lemon because like realtors diffuse lemon in the homes where you're diffuse something that's clean and fresh because that chemical smell is so overwhelming when you walk into a lot of people's homes, and it's just it's almost abrasive.
Yes.
I have a lot of essential oil classes that I teach in my home, and people come in that have not met before, and their comments so many times, people say, I feel like I can breathe better in your house. I feel like my lungs are open. I feel more at peace in your home. But that's, you know, that's what our oils do for us.
My favorite reaction, real quick, I have a diffuser in my car, and I got pulled over one time, and the policeman comes to the window, and I roll down the window, and he does this, no kidding, he goes, oh my gosh, your car smells amazing. I only got a warning, guys.
Hey, just saying.
Were you diffusing common sense?
It was actually live with passion. So.
Was he single? Sorry, I just had to go there. Right. No, I wasn't asking for me.
I'm single.
Yes, for her.
I was gonna say it creates an atmosphere. So even when you wear them on your body, you become a diffuser. You're a human diffuser, and you bring your atmosphere with you.
That's right.
So your atmosphere in your car, your atmosphere in your home, your atmosphere in your bedroom or your living room or your kitchen. All these rooms have different vibes to them. You know, my kitchen tends to be more lively, but my bedroom, I want it to be more calm. And so I put different things in different ones, but it creates an atmosphere of wherever you are. And so people, when you go somewhere, and people, like you were saying, Laura, people ask me all the time, what are you wearing? And I'm like, I have no idea.
What am I,
what am I not wearing?
I say every time, what am I not
like,
wearing?
it's a combination of everything that I use, but it is. It emanates, you know.
Can I add one little?
Yes.
Okay, so I was working out. Haven't been in a while. Don't judge. But I was working out, and we were doing, can I say the name? I don't know. Anyways, it was an outdoor workout. Sweat. I mean, real sweat, y'all. And the second time I worked out, because the first time I didn't know I was going to sweat that much. The second time I was like, I am clothing myself with oils before I go. And this is before the sun comes out, so it's major workout. Well, the trainer, I'm running past, because we're doing these like loops and then push-ups and then like loops around. It's crazy. And he's like, you smell good. I'm like, yes, score. Because I'm telling you, the first day was horrible. But so what happens is, for me, when I put them on so much, I actually start to sweat the smell of the oils.
Yeah.
And it is great.
Welcome to From Scratch, and I'm really excited to have Amanda here. Hey, Amanda.
Hello.
All right, so we're going to talk today about taking our Young Living essential oils internally and using them internally. We have so many oils that taste amazing.
Amazing.
Just a little bit in some water. It's a really great way. It's just very refreshing. It's a great way to support your immune system. There's just so many wonderful benefits we have with our oils. I learned a long time ago, one of the best things you can do first thing in the morning is drink a big old glass of water with some of our Young Living lemon Vitality drops in it. And you know, it's so easy to do.
Super easy.
I always start with a couple of drops. I just start with a couple of drops in my water, and really that's about all it is. That's all you do. I'll stir it up some, I'll put some ice in there, but it's a wonderful way, again, to get your oils internally, to get the health benefits that they have, such as supporting your immune system. I know first thing in the morning too, our bodies are just wanting to just shed toxins and everything. And so the lemon in the water has a lot of wonderful benefits with helping us with detoxing, and there's really good stuff like D-limonene in there. So anyway, that's the simplest way to take your oils internally. Another thing I did want to show everybody, some of y'all may be very brand new in Young Living, and I just wanted to introduce to you some more products that are outside of whatever starter kit that you got. Young Living has these drops. They're called the YL Vitality drops.
Amazing.
And they're so yummy. This
Delicious.
one is grapefruit bergamot.
My favorite.
And it has electrolytes in it. And so this is going to really be very refreshing during your workouts.
Yes.
This is my favorite, so I'm going to use this one. I'm going to squirt this right in here. And okay, so the directions say to squirt, like a squirt. And I think that's relative to the strength of your hand or something. Because
I have done it before where it's like, ooh, this is sweet.
Yeah.
So it's almost just a little tiny squirt. They get deep.
Yeah. I know people that have used half the bottle in a glass at their first time, and it was overpowering. Your dad did that.
Totally.
Okay. I've heard so many stories. Maybe that was one of the stories I heard. But anyway, it's very simple. You just squirt. And you can stir it. I have a little stir here. And it is so refreshing. This is helpful for anyone that doesn't like the taste of water. There's a lot of people that just don't like to drink water.
Right.
And that's okay. And this is a way that you can get, it's so good. I'm going to taste it.
It is really good.
My favorite, and actually I would do a little more. Okay, so you saw my squirt. I'm going to squirt a little more. There we go. That's pretty good. And I would also put some ice in it. Young Living has different Vitality drops. This one here is the Vitality drops plus energy. So it has a little bit of some white tea, just a teeny bit of naturally occurring caffeine. And so this is great for a pick-me-up. This one is Jade Lemon Berry. It's amazing. It's so yummy. So they have about 4 different options, and you can add more oils into that. If I use the Jade Lemon Berry, I might, was that Jade Lemon or lime? Yeah, Jade
Lemon.
Yeah, it looks, but there's lime.
I know.
It's Jade Lemon.
Lime, yeah.
But it's Jade Lemon.
Yeah.
Jade Lemon is a thing. Sorry, y'all. Yes,
That's okay.
Jade Lemon is a thing Young Living has. And I didn't bring it out here to show y'all, and it tastes so yummy. It's like a combination of lemon, lime.
Yep.
Anyway, it's amazing. So you can boost the flavor with some more oils if you'd like to. So another way that we like to add oils with our beverages is when we're having gatherings.
Yes.
It's so fun. So,
which is one of my favorites.
I know it's one of your favorites, and you're going to share with us a recipe
Yes.
that is so yummy. But before she does that, here's just something so simple that I have when I have a gathering to share Young Living with friends or family. We will all get together, and I just take a big giant, you can get a pitcher or one of these containers full of water, and fill it up with ice, and then you can also put, your fruit slices in there, and it would look even more pretty with lots of ice, but I forgot to get a bag of ice. But we're gonna pretend.
pretend.
So we're gonna pretend. Okay, and so for a container like this, I probably will do, I don't know, 10 to 20 drops of lemon.
I was gonna say also, if you have any other fruit, I have done this before where I'm like, I did not pick up any fresh fruit, but I've done like frozen strawberries and frozen cranberries and things like that, or fresh cranberries. So I would say whatever you have on hand, it's still gonna look pretty. Just slice it up really nicely, or just dump it in there with some lemon.
I've done strawberries and like just all the berries.
Cantaloupe one time. Somebody did a
really?
cantaloupe. Yeah, I was like, okay.
You could make cucumber water,
Cucumber
and then add
Perfect.
in some mint, a little peppermint. That would be really yummy. So there's so many things that you can do to make a really fun event. Okay, now we're gonna skip over to I'm so excited about this recipe, y'all. It's so yummy. Okay, go for it. What did you?
I don't know how you like your drinks, but I like them a little fizzy. I like a little fizz. So super simple, very easy. This will incorporate not only your oils, but also our Zyng hydrating splash of energy drink. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a whole can of Zyng, all right?
So do you want to do this
Yes,
here?
I'm gonna do it right here.
Let's do it right here.
And I don't know if it's gonna fit. Can you do me a favor? I have fake nails on and they might pop off.
Hey, we keep it real, right?
We keep it real.
Totally. Okay. There you go.
The press-on ones, cheaper. Okay, I'm gonna put this here.
Fashion tips.
Fashion tips, and yeah. Okay, so it's almost gone, but you're gonna do a whole thing of Zyng. You're gonna add just a little bit of mint, fresh mint, and just one big leaf of basil. And then I'm just going to bruise the leaf in the Zyng.
Is that called muddling?
Muddling it, all right? So we're gonna just do it just very gently. It doesn't have to be crazy. All right, then here's what's so nuts. You would never think, at least I didn't ever think basil and lime would go together as well as it does, but 1 drop of basil. This is a full drop, y'all. This is not a toothpick. This is a full drop of basil.
Wow.
Okay, so let's see if I can do
So
that.
you're totally making a mocktail right now.
Totally making a mocktail, and it's a botanical, so that means that it has like life in it. This is gonna be 2 drops of this. Actually, I think I did 3 drops
Of lime.
of lime.
Oh my goodness, are you gonna stir
Mix it up.
Okay.
And then, who doesn't like a fancy cup?
Okay, are we gonna put ice in it?
We're gonna put ice,
Okay.
which I'm doing this a little backwards of what I rehearsed, but that's okay. I'm gonna do this for like that. Put some ice in here with a fancy spoon because everything fancy makes it taste better. Just kidding.
I do love fancy.
I do love fancy. Okay, so we're gonna put this in, and then we're going to pour in our delicious drink, just like that. And the reason also why I like to stir is because the oils will sit at the top of the juice, and it's spilling, but that's okay, y'all.
Yeah, oils and water don't
do
mix.
this.
So, anytime that you're making any beverage or anything with the oils, you want to stir it up really good.
Okay, now I'm going to, I was gonna say, what you could do if we had a little thing, you could put this and put the hair, or you could even get
Oh my goodness, put a sprig
a
of-
little sprig of basil right in there, however you wanna do it, however you wanna dress it up. Okay,
Okay,
you ready?
yes, I'm ready.
Are we supposed to do this?
Yeah, let's
Okay,
drink it.
cheers.
Oh, let's cheers. Okay. Oh my word, it's so good.
It's botanical, y'all. It is delicious. It tastes like a spa plus
It's like
an orchard.
it's like a raindrop in a drink. It's so good. But lime and fizzy.
And the mint comes through.
Oh yeah, the mint comes through.
I love
It's
it.
amazing.
I love it.
I like that I put my basil in there.
Yeah.
It's so good. Okay, so we have lots of options, but we would love to hear from you and some of your recipes that you like to use when you have gatherings with your family and friends. And so you can send those in to us at info@thatoilshow.com. The second way that you can use your Young Living essential oils is topically.
Yes.
So we had aromatic now, or inhalation. Now we have topical usage. And so I think that's what
We
y'all
started
are talking
we
about.
We just naturally
Yeah,
started
we just
talking about
because then you become a human diffuser.
Yeah.
You change the atmosphere of the places that you go into. I know Laura talks about being a thermostat.
Be a thermostat and not a thermometer.
And
The
not a
thermometer
thermo-
only tells the temperature of that the thermostat changes.
That's
The
right.
atmosphere.
So
Yeah.
you can wear like the Blend Joy. You know, I'll wear that, and when I go places, people are like, "Oh wow!" Like it changes the atmosphere, the mood of the people in the room because they're breathing in these tiny molecules that's emanating from your body from oils that you put on, and it's having effect not only for you but for other people around you. So with that, how do you put on an essential oil? Well, we all have an oil. Everybody pick out an oil. If you want a new oil, I'm going to do Valor. And so, you know, one of the things that I always tell people at the very beginning, go low and slow. And so just start with a drop, and then you can rub it on the bottom of your feet. So I know we all can't do that right now to reach our feet without looking weird, but I see Talia's putting in her hair. I have some Valor, and it's amazing for my muscles. Especially sometimes I'll carry stress in my shoulders. So I can just use it directly. It's called NEAT, N-E-A-T. When you're looking in some of the reference guides, it'll say topical application. NEAT means the oil directly on the skin. With our Young Living essential oils, they're such a high quality, and so many are very gentle that we can use them NEAT. So directly on the skin. So like with Panaway, for joints and for muscles, you just put a drop it in your hand, and then you know, just put it where you're needing it. Okay. Now, if you have an oil that you suspect might be a little spicy, let's say thieves or cinnamon or oregano, if you feel like, okay, it smells a little spicy, I'm gonna go a little low and slow. That's where you can take a carrier oil. And so Young Living has this B6 oil blend, carrier oil blend. It's got coconut oil and sweet almond oil, or you can just grab your own organic olive oil or coconut oil. And so I just start with putting a drop or two in my hand. Then I'll add, you know, something that's a little spicy to it. And then I'll just rub my hands together, and then I'll apply it where I'm needing to apply it. Or just put it on the bottom of your feet as you're, you know, just getting started and used to your oils. You can make massage oils, massage blends. You also can get from Young Living, they have these roller fitments that you can pop on the top of your oil bottle.
So handy.
They are so incredibly handy, and I just used the lid and I took off this little orifice reducer. I think in our pro tip segment, if you haven't already seen it in this episode, we're going to show you some more tips on using your oils. But anyway, you set the fitment on there and just put the lid that it comes with on, and it pops on. And now you can just, that's my Valor, I can just roll it on. So easy peasy.
And then you can take it off and put it on your next bottle of Valor. That's the thing, is it's reusable too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And you just take it off, you just kind of pop it like, and it fell in my water. There you go, this is real life, y'all. Okay. So
Use
anyway.
that for your diffuser later.
Oh, drink it.
And it keeps, what I like about the roller fitment tops is they are easy to use. They keep your hands clean. They're easy for your kids.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
can't they won't spill out when you're using them, and so you know it's easy. It just makes it more convenient.
Yeah.
So you don't have to put it in your hand first and whatever, and so it just makes it easy to throw those in your purse and bring them with you places. And
I was going to say, we put them on our DiGis because sometimes DiGis isn't the most delicious smelling. And so we put that on like the kids' bellies and on their feet, and so you don't have to necessarily have it on your hands, but just
Oh, see, that's a good idea.
Drop that under your tongue.
see. All of us
Put
have
it in
one of those
capsule.
oils where we're like,
Oh yeah, but sometimes you just need to use them anyway. You do. Now sometimes I get questions. I remember what it was like when I first started using the oils. I didn't know anybody using an essential oil. I had never seen one used in person before. When I got my oils, it's a long story, but it was the first time that I had seen or used one, and I didn't even know, like, where do I put it when I'm putting it on topically? Well, one of the first places you can put it is the bottom of your feet. Why the bottom of your feet? One of our science people.
Because there's nerves in your feet that the oils travel up the nerves to all the organs of your body.
Yeah. And your lymphatic system, your circulatory system, they can go everywhere. So when in doubt, just put, a couple drops
Plus,
on the bottom of your feet.
the skin on your feet is not as sensitive as skin in other places.
That's right. So it's not spicy.
A spicy oil you might want to, like she said, dilute when you're putting on your arms or whatever. You put on your feet, you don't necessarily have to because your feet can handle it.
Yeah, and so from the feet, then I think of, okay, let me get it as close to the place I'm feeling that I need it.
Yeah.
And so, so then, if it's a muscle because you've been doing, a bunch of workouts or whatever, then put it over that muscle. Put it on the area. Within reason.
Ask me how I know. Go back to season 1, episode 1.
Within reason.
Within reason. There are some places maybe that you shouldn't put oils.
Right, there is some sensitive skin, and so if
You should dilute. Right, you should either dilute them first, or you should, just be careful to not put them in sensitive areas, especially our spicy oils in sensitive areas don't always go together.
That's right.
So-
That's right. So this is what we call kind of like common sense usage. And so we just start low and slow, and then you go from there. And you may say, hey, I love that oil. I feel good when I put it on, and I want to put it on everywhere. I want to put it on my face. I want to put, fine, then do that. Then do that. There's not really any wrong ways. There's just smarter ways as you're getting started.
Yeah.
And I love to smell oils throughout the day. And so one way I love to do that is after I wash my hair when it's wet, because I don't like to have oily looking hair, and it will make it. I like to put it on my scalp, put oils on a wet scalp, or damp for sure. But that way I will turn my head sometimes and I'll just get a whiff of that that smell, and it's phenomenal to just kind of go, oh yeah, I'm wearing oils. I smell it, because you use so many, sometimes we forget.
You do
But
forget, yeah.
but putting them on, I'm constantly putting them throughout the day, and sometimes you get a whiff and you're like, I need to reapply. So
When I was new, when we started, I was going to a really large church, and I would see people in the church, and they would, I knew you were here. I smelled you in the elevator.
I've gotten that so many times. I smelled you come in.
Yeah.
And before Young Living, that would have been a problem. But now it's...
But now it's a compliment.
But it is always a good thing. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pro Tips. This is our new segment that we've added here for season 3, and Talia and I are here to share with you some of our favorite tips on how to store your Young Living essential oils. And so many of y'all I know are pretty new to Young Living, those of y'all that are watching, and so it's important to know how to store your oils. You get them and you're like, okay, what do I do with these things?
My favorite way is by color or alphabetically.
Okay, so yes, store your oils alphabetical or by color. Okay, yeah, that is
All the
one thing.
professionals do.
I know, but I am talking about storing your oils to make sure that everything that's in your bottle, stays viable, and all those wonderful properties stay active and everything. And so when you got your Young Living essential oils, you probably noticed that the bottle, the glass that they're in, is amber. And there's a reason for that. With essential oils, you want to make sure they're stored in a dark, dry, and cool space. And one big reason for that is essential oil molecules are super duper tiny, and there's different types of molecules, and some are really light and they're really active, and when they get into some heat they move even faster and faster, and then
They want to evaporate.
They want to evaporate,
Right.
exactly. And so just keeping them in a cool, dry place really just helps them to stay.
So what if their oils? So what if their oils get hot? Like if they've left their oil, which you should not store your oils in your car. But let's say you leave your purse in your car and you come back out and like it's hot. Then what do we do?
Well, you want to get them into a
Let
cool,
'em
dark,
cool down
yeah,
first.
cool down first. Because
Before
when
we
you
open
open that lid, man, those molecules are super
Yeah.
active, and it's probably going to evaporate a lot faster than you would want it to.
Right.
And so keep the lid on, just bring the temperature down. And I still use it, and I still get great effectiveness.
Yeah,
So when somebody
absolutely.
says, "Oh my goodness, it's so hot outside, I left it in the car, now I can't use my oils." No, yes, you can. Just, let the bottle cool down and then open it and use it. But in general, you're good to go keeping it in a cabinet, or sometimes, some people like to get oil bags, and here's one of my oil bags I like to travel with, and the oils are stored upright. Now, with those molecules being super duper tiny, this lid is actually a bit porous. And so those tiny molecules sometimes can actually, over time, kind of come out the lids. There's some of these oils, well, you're holding up some of them. This is Sacred Mountain. It has, I believe does this one have blue cypress or blue tansy in it? And so you see the lid, I don't know if you can see that, the lid is already
Blue tinged.
It's blue tinged, and I've kept it stored upright, but those molecules are super tiny. So, so you just keep them upright. If you store them on their side, the oil's touching that lid, and they soak in and kind of can seep out. For example, when you get a Young Living collection of oils, for example, the Oils of Ancient Scripture kit, the oils in here are actually, let me show you real quick. They're actually, here we go, upright. And so don't get a kit like this or a box and then store it sitting down, because over time, if you're not using your oils, which please use your oils. But I've known people that have had their kits like this for years and they forgot about them. Oh my gosh. But then they open them and they're like halfway gone. And why is that? Those tiny molecules just found an easy way out by touching that lid. So anyway, store them upright. And you're going to be good to go.
And I would say too, I literally just thought about this off the top of my head.
So I
People
store it like,
also want to think that they can prevent that by cranking those lids down really tight.
Oh, that's another.
And if you crank the lids on your oils really tight, the top of those lids will actually crack open over time. And so you don't want to do that, because that's just another way for the oils to escape. So just, finger tighten them, keep them standing upright, and I think, over time they should be fine.
Yeah, and kits like this, I just store them on a shelf, just sitting upright, and you're good to go. So Talia, you were sharing with me something that in my 17 years in Young Living, I didn't think of some of these tips to do. But so teach me, what do you do when you get your Young Living products?
So one of the things that I learned from my upline, Sarah's my upline too, but Deborah, is she's taught me at one point to put stickers on the bottoms of, because if you're like me, you have lots and lots of oils, or you're going to be wanting lots and lots of oils, and sometimes you store them on the shelf, and you're like, man, I have so many of the same kind. How do I know which ones I got first? And you kind of want to make sure you're rotating through, so over time that one oil doesn't get shoved to the back of the shelf, and then it's 10 years old. You go to open it, and you're like, it's gone, because it's evaporated. Especially your citrus oils will tend to evaporate a little bit easier. So what you can do, a solution for that is you can get some of these little cheapy stickers in the different colors, and you can, as your oils come in, ones that you know that you are going to purchase a lot of, and you can just dedicate one color to a year. So like this is 2023 when we're recording this, and so you can just put a sticker for 2023 on the bottom of your oils as you get them in. And so you know that every oil with a green sticker is from 2023. And so when you go to pull them off the shelf and use them, you're going to want to use your green ones before, in 2024, you're going to put the orange.
Yeah, so stick them in the bag.
Right, stick them in the back. And then just double check that. The other thing is if you don't want to, you're like, well, I mean, maybe I'm not going to use that many stickers. Well, you could totally just get a set of white stickers and just write the date on them. So it's super easy. You don't have to worry about the colors or anything like that. Another cool tip for making sure you're rotating your oils, but also figuring out how long your products last you, is when you open a fresh product, especially something, I do this with my facial care, like my face wash. I wasn't sure how often I was ordering it, and so I decided I'm going to figure this out. How long are these bottles lasting me? And so what I did was I took them, and every time I open a new one, I actually write the date on the bottom with a Sharpie. And so I know when I started it, and then when it's empty, I can look at the bottom and say, oh, this lasted me 4 months of daily use. So I know I need to order this product 3 times a year, and I can make sure I'm either ordering it seasonally, or I know, hey, I'm ordering this, I'm gonna order 3 bottles with my points, it's gonna last me all year. I don't have to order again until next year.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. You know, I get questions sometimes. People say, should I store my oils in the refrigerator? I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. It's not really necessary.
I've never.
And people say, well, how long will my oils last? Well, if they're stored properly, a very long time. I mean, when they discovered King Tut's tomb, like they found alabaster jars still with residue of oils in there, and they were still viable. And so, but here's what I tell people: use your oils.
Yes.
Open the bottles. Use them every day, and you're not even gonna have to worry about anything. And your oils are just gonna be fine. So yeah, that's some of our favorite tips.
Salutations, sensational sapiens. Today I want us to spend some time connecting, joining and practicing being present in the moment. I want you to get out your bottle of rainbows and butterflies, aka Young Living's Release Essential Oil. Place 5 to 8 drops in your diffuser, or if you're like me, place a full bottle in all of your diffusers. Add water and let's go to letting go. In the words of my BFF from another life, Taylor Swift, breathe in, breathe through, breathe deep, and breathe out. All better.
The third way we can use our Young Living essential oils is internally. And that's very unique to our Young Living essential oils because of not just the purity, but the quality. And so what are some of the ways we can use our oils internally? Right here, I've got lemon, peppermint, citrus fresh. There's so many that we would like to put straight up in our water.
Digest.
Digest, look at her. So digest, you either like it or you don't. There's fennel. The fennel is so strong. And it's so good for your digestion, though. Yes. So you do need it. So you can put it.
You're so brave.
You're so brave.
Listen, I would rather taste it for a minute or so than smell it all day.
You can't argue with that logic.
You cannot argue.
Personal preference.
Yeah. Well, you can take a drop, put it in water, put it into your NingXia red juice. You could put it in just any juice, almond milk or whatever. You can easily take the oils internally as a supplement as you're supporting your immune system, as you're supporting your digestion. Then another way too, I have one right here, is a little capsule. Young Living sells the clear veggie capsules. And you probably can't see it. It's very clear. It's tiny. And then you could add some here. I think we're going to do a pro tip later with some fun, easy ways to fill capsules. But I just eyeball it And, you know, I think this is almost gone.
I think you used all that one.
I have to get one that has, do I want jai-jais?
It's better in a capsule.
There we go. It's better in a capsule. I don't know if you can see this.
There you go.
There we go. And so I just eyeball it, put the lid on, and then take it down and swallow it down. But then you can also take our Young Living Vitality oils and you can put them into recipes and cook with them. And y'all already seen on several other seasons and lots of shows all the ways that we can add the Young Living essential oils into our
Are you
recipes.
gonna eat that?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
I was gonna take a drink of my water with my roller bottle thing. You think I should? It is. It'll taste like Valor water. But yeah, what are? Hey, whatever. So while I'm doing this, somebody want to tell a story?
So a fun thing I like to do with peppermint, and this was one of the first experiences I had at a home gathering, was taking a drop of peppermint in my hand, and I put it on my thumb and then on the roof of my mouth. Now close your mouth.
Oh man, pass that
It's
around.
so,
You
now
wanna
I
do
will
that?
tell
I
you,
can already know. I know it. So I was like, I could almost feel it, and I
And-
don't even
know what
have
that
it.
feels
and I tell you, if I love how it makes my sinuses feel. I love how refreshed I feel when I do that. When I put peppermint in my water, it helps me to feel satisfied if I get hungry or cravings. But when I put it on the roof of my mouth, it's the same entry point, but it helps just me to feel I can breathe excellent. I love to do it before a workout, just to actually get my lungs excited for breathing. And open and ready to be able. So I'm not. It's more of it helps me to breathe slower and more intentionally.
And fresh breath.
Well, yes, that too.
Very fresh breath.
Yeah.
And I have to say, your eyes got brighter when you did that.
It's that memory right there
Yeah.
that I've got.
That's right. That's right. Anyone else have any other ways that you like to take your oils internally?
She was putting it under her tongue. I've gotten to where I just put under my tongue. I'm like, dang it, let's just get it over with. I mean, a lot of them taste like perfume. They're oils, they're plants, they're flowers. But I'm just like she is. You taste it for a few minutes, and then I feel like I get the immediate results, and then I can move on with my day.
Sometimes I feel like I love I definitely do veggie caps and things like that, but when I'm wanting an instant relief, an instant boost, an instant whatever, I want an instant result.
Right.
I'm gonna put that all right under my tongue.
Yeah.
Because when you take something internally, it goes through your digestive system and it's filtered through your liver and all of that, but you have places in your body that kind of just like your skin, it'll absorb right in and you can get a quicker result. And under your tongue is one of those places. And so, and it really doesn't taste bad. It's very minty, it's a little bit herby or flowery.
Which oil you're
Yes.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some people are a little surprised at how they don't taste sweet. Some might smell sweet, but when these aromatic plants are distilled, all the plant sugar stays with the plant materials, and so what you're left with is so many other wonderful properties, but they just don't taste. They don't taste sweet, but they're amazing. And another that reminds me of one way, like lavender. Lavender is so helpful for me in the springtime, and so I remember one of the first times that I took lavender, just straight up, I took a spoonful of raw local honey, and then I put a drop of lavender in there, and then that's actually the easier way for children to get the oils that they might be needing for whatever particular reason. But then after a while, I'm like, and I just put the lavender right under my tongue, and I get the relief that I need, and it's so fast, and it's so wonderful, and I don't care how it tastes now. It's like, this is gonna help me. And then, hey, after that, drink some juice, drink something you do like. It's not like you have to sit for a long time and not have anything, just right away. Like, do that, and then drink something you like.
Yeah. And I would say
So
be
easy.
expecting it to be a very bold flavor, because you have to remember essential oils are very concentrated.
Right. Powerful
They are
concentrated.
powerhouse drops of liquids. And so when you put that one drop, you're getting a big power punch. So it's going to be extremely flavorful, not necessarily sugar flavorful, just like you were
Right.
saying. So
Yeah, that's great. Well, I think that's all the basics. So there you go. So grab your oils, put one on, drink one down, smell those, put your nose in front of your diffuser, and enjoy your Young Living essential oils today. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching That Oil Show. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel so you can catch new episodes every first Tuesday of the month. And if you enjoyed learning about these amazing products and want some of your own, reach out to the person who shared That Oil Show with you.